everyone, welcome back to Virtual Lab Infra once again in my VMware Hypervisor ESXi training series. In today's session, we will learn one of the most useful virtualization features available in VMware ESXi, which is CPU hot plug and memory hot add. So these features allows us to increase CPU and memory allocated to our virtual machines without shutting it down. So which is extremely useful for production environments where downtime is not at all acceptable. So let's get started. This is my uh, virtualization hypervisor ESXi host 01. I'm gonna log into this host. We have few VMs hosted. We will see one of the VM enabling this feature and show you what are the benefits and how we can use it. So let's log in. So once you log in and go to the virtual machines tabs, so so as you can see, this is my ESXi hyphen host 01 is my first host, which is hosted on VMware workstation, and these virtual machines are hosted in this ESXi host hypervisor. So without wasting time, let me show you one of the virtual machine, Windows Server. So this is my one of the Windows Server. Let me show you. So now in the production environment, if uh, due to some application usage or maybe high utilization of your VM, if your business needs to accommodate some resources, you'll have to power off the VM and you need to increase the memory or CPU whatever needed. So what we are trying to learn here is without powering off, what if we can increase or decrease the resources? So there will be no downtime and there will be no impact for the users. So that is what we are trying to learn today. So once you go to the VM, let me show you what is the feature actually. So once you go to the VM, click on edit. Now if you see the CPU option is grayed out. The memory option is grayed out. So that means if the machine is power on, we cannot make these changes actually. So what I'm going to show you after enabling, I will show you without powering off this VM, we can make these changes. So to do that, I'm gonna power off this VM because to enable that feature, we have to power off the VM for only one time. So let's say you have thousand of VMs, you can enable these features, and whenever your business needed any resource increase or reduce if they are not utilizing it properly, without affecting their VM or without shutting down their VM, you can make these changes. So let's power it off and then enable that feature. So I'm going to shut down this VM. Let's wait. Once the VM is shut down, we can enable that feature. Let's refresh. So the VM is now powered off. Now, once again, click on the edit. You can also click on action and then edit settings, or you can directly click on the edit settings. Even though you can right click here and go to the edit options. So all are same. So I'm going to click on edit. So since to make any resources increase or decrease, you have to power off. But we want, even though the VM is power on, we want to make these changes. So to do that, we'll have to expand this and you have to enable this feature called sorry, enable CPU hot add. Similarly, for memory, you'll have to enable this memory hot plug. So hot plug is nothing but without shutting down the VM, it will allow you to make the resource changes. So I'm gonna save it. Now power on the VM. So currently this VM has three memory, 3 GB of memory. So I'm gonna show you reducing the memory, or I will do one thing. I will increase 1 GB more. I'll make it 4 gig of memory and will show you. So once this VM is powered on, we should be having an option to increase or decrease the memory or CPU. So reducing is very rare. So mostly a company or the business will ask you for increasing the resources, right? Because they will be using high utilization applications for their day-to-day or BAU tasks. So the VM is currently powered on, and I'm gonna log into this VM just to make sure that VM is not going to shut down, or there won't be any changes apart from the resources. So just I'm gonna log in with one of my account. Do that. I'm gonna log in it. So sometime in interview they will ask you, they will give you a scenario and they will ask you, there is a business which is using a critical applications, maybe SQL applications or some kind of database they are using it, and without affecting or without shutting down, will you able to help us? So in that case, you can give this name of the feature that is actually available in the VMware hypervisor. So, let me go to Task Manager and show you currently what is the configuration. So I'm gonna just show you for memory because I have uh, there is a resource crunch actually. So I'm gonna show you for memory. So currently it's a 3 gig, so I can use 1 more GB. I'm gonna use it. So let's go to the action or the edit option, edit settings. Now as you can see, it is allowing me to edit it even though the VM is powered on. So let's check if I can make it. Sorry. Okay, we can make it 4. As you can see, my VM is not powered off. However, it increased the memory and the CPU. So this is how you will make a changes. So without affecting the VM, without impacting any of the application, we can make these changes. So when a VM is running normally, hardware resource cannot be modified actually. That is where hot plug and hot add memory option VMware has given. Using this, you can save a lot of time and you can uh, give a lot of resources for your business. So let's understand why organization use this feature. So application continue running while adding resources, right? So like SQL server, Exchange server, maybe web server and file servers. So there shouldn't be any interruption. Suppose your application suddenly start consuming high CPU, or instead of shutting down the server, simply we can increase the CPU as we did now, and performance improvement improves immediately. So now if you see on the task manager, So now if you look at the task manager, you can see the utilization. It will be very less now because we have increased the resources. So you can see now CPU is utilizing very less amount of uh, resources and memory as well. So that's all for the day, guys. So this is one of the important feature and also asked many of the interviewers this kind of question. So in the next VMware training session, we will cover another important virtualization topic to help you build enterprise level VMware skills. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this virtual lab infra channel. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.